She only wanted to help a dying goat. But when it looked into her eyes and whispered her name, time stopped. A forgotten spirit was awakened. And the secret buried for 300 years began to rise. This wasn't an animal. It was a guardian cursed by betrayal, waiting for her. Now her life, her soul, and her entire village hang in the balance. Watch till the end, if you dare. In the heart of a small village surrounded by dense forests, lived a young girl named Amina. Life was simple here. Sunrise to sunset, the villagers toiled under the vast African sky. But Amina's days were harder than most. Orphaned young, she cared for her blind grandmother with nothing but her courage and kindness. One dry afternoon, as the sun burned low, Amina walked home from the market, carrying what little she had sold. The dusty path twisted through the acacia trees when a sudden, desperate bleating caught her attention. Hidden beneath thorny bushes was a scrawny goat, trapped in a cruel hunter's snare. Its leg was bleeding, eyes wide with fear, and strangely, those eyes seemed almost human. Without hesitation, Amina knelt down, whispering prayers taught by her grandmother. She carefully untied the snare and wrapped the goat's leg with a cloth torn from her own skirt. Just as she stood to leave, the air shifted. The goat's head turned sharply, and with a voice clear and calm, it spoke her name. Amina. A chill ran down her spine. The village had always warned of spirits trapped in animals, guardians of ancient secrets, watching silently through the centuries. But Amina had never believed. Till now. The goat's eyes glowed faintly in the fading light as it whispered, "You have freed me, and now the curse will follow you." Amina froze, her heart pounding like the drums of a distant ceremony. The goat's voice was no longer just a whisper. It was a command, a plea, and a warning all at once. Long ago, the goat began, this land was protected by spirits, guardians who kept peace and balance. But betrayal tore us apart. I was cursed, trapped in this body, until one with a pure heart would set me free. Amina's eyes widened. She looked around, but the forest seemed to hold its breath. "The curse is not mine alone," the goat said softly. "It will follow you and those you love. Darkness will rise. You must find the hidden shrine before the full moon, or all will be lost." Questions flooded Amina's mind. What shrine? Where? How could she possibly find it? Suddenly, the goat leapt up and sprinted into the thick bushes, leaving behind a small, ancient charm tied to its horn, a symbol she recognized from her grandmother's stories. With trembling hands, Amina picked it up. This was no ordinary day. Her simple act of kindness had pulled her into a destiny written by ancestors. A destiny filled with danger, magic, and a choice that would decide the fate of her entire village. The sun dipped below the horizon as Amina raced back to her grandmother's hut, clutching the ancient charm tightly. Mama Jalia's eyes, though blind, gleamed with knowing. "Where did you find this, child?" her grandmother asked, voice trembling. Amina recounted the goat's words, the curse, and the shrine hidden somewhere in the forest. Mama Jalia nodded solemnly. "The spirits speak through you now," she said. "That charm is the key to the shrine of our ancestors. You must go at once, before the full moon swallows the night." Fear gnawed at Amina's heart. She was just a simple village girl, untrained in magic or battle. But the fate of her people lay in her hands. That night, under a blanket of stars, she packed a small bag, fire starter, water, and the charm, and set out into the shadows of the forest. Every step was heavy with uncertainty. Strange noises echoed, whispers, footsteps that weren't hers. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness, cloaked and silent. "Who goes there?" Amina called, voice steady despite the pounding in her chest. The figure paused and then spoke, a voice both gentle and grave. "I am a guardian of the old ways. The curse you carry is older than your village. To break it, you must face your deepest fears and uncover the truth buried beneath the earth." Amina swallowed her fear. The journey was only beginning. Amina followed the guardian deeper into the forest, the moonlight barely piercing the thick canopy. Every step seemed to awaken the ancient spirits whispering in the trees. At last, they reached a clearing bathed in eerie silver light. In the center stood an old stone shrine, covered in vines and carved with symbols only the oldest villagers remembered. The guardian gestured to the charm in Amina's hand. "Place it here," he instructed. As she did, the ground trembled. The air filled with voices, prayers and curses intertwined, echoing through time. Suddenly, the earth cracked open, revealing a hidden chamber glowing with golden light. Inside lay an ancient scroll, the secret to breaking the curse. But before she could reach it, shadows lunged from the darkness, manifestations of the curse itself, hungry for revenge. Amina's heart raced. She clutched the charm and whispered the prayers her grandmother taught her. Light burst from the charm, pushing back the shadows. With courage fueled by love for her village, she grabbed the scroll and read aloud the words of forgiveness and unity. The curse lifted like a heavy fog, and the goat's voice echoed one last time. "Thank you, Amina. You have restored the balance." The spirits faded, and the forest grew still. Amina returned to her village a hero, carrying not just a broken curse, but a powerful lesson. Kindness can awaken ancient magic, and even the smallest acts can change the fate of many.